Hello, my loves. Welcome and thank you for stopping in at my channel today. This is Divine Tidings, and today we're just going to get a quick message from Spirit and see what any guidance that the collective may be needing at this time that Spirit has to convey. I thank you for joining me in this space again. So let's see what we got going on here. We'll just go ahead and jump right into it. Spirit, what's the word? What's the word, Spirit? What is the word? Inner. Okay. I think it was interesting the way it went sideways. Huh. I don't know if that's like a message. I don't something about like our inner world going sideways. Is our inner world going sideways right now? What is the area in life this is in? So we got the third house popping up. This could represent our hometown, siblings, where we grew up, or it could be somebody trying to reach out. Ooh, interesting. I wonder if this has something to do with receiving a bit of communication that's kind of thrown our inner world sideways here. Can we get another word? Can we get another word here, Spirit? Hex. Huh. Interesting. So I feel like there's this feeling of being worried that somebody is hexing us. I don't exactly like tapping into that type of energy because I really feel like if you're grounded and centered enough and in alignment with yourself, negative energies like this, which are solely rooted in fear, basically, can't really affect you. But what is here? Let's pull some tarot. Let's pull some tarot on this. Let me get one little shuffle in. Ace of Cups on the split. So I feel like somebody, oh, sorry. It's this feeling of somebody possibly coming in with like this, I don't know, they're wanting to give a sense of emotion. That was in the upright, the Ace of Cups that I saw, but I feel like there's just this lack of trust that we're feeling. Something throwing our inner world sideways. Something to do with our hometown. And this, gosh, like I said, I don't like tapping into these kind of energies because it feels like it's just kind of melodramatic a little bit, you know, but I'm not here to judge. I'm not trying to pass judgment. It is what it is. Obviously, if it wasn't needing to be heard, it wouldn't be coming out right now. So here, let's pull some tarot. What's going on with this inner world? What is it? There's that Ace of Wands. Okay, the Ace of Wands that came up earlier. Okay, no. The other one I saw was Ace of Cups. Okay. So okay. So I feel like there's this new sense of willpower that we've been stepping into, but there's this outside energy, and it could be, dare I say, like envious energies from the past, from your hometown possibly, that are observing this. It's almost like this new creation of self in a way. But here, let me get another one. Hierophant. Yeah, becoming really balanced within our spiritual selves as well. I feel like that's kind of what's being attacked. I don't like using, oh gosh, this is such a weird vibe. Here, I'm gonna ring my bell for a second, just to kind of clear this a little bit. So just to forewarn you, it might get a little loud, but I'll be quick. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. This is interesting. Inner world's been thrown sideways. Oh, I see. I feel like, okay. I feel like with these two together, it's almost like what the collective is feeling like there's this new idea, new passion, new sense of will to move forward with something. But I feel like there's this energy, you know, the structural institution. This could be religion. This could be just the way that you grew up, the traditions that you grew up with, and we're kind of like stepping outside of those traditions, trying to find this inner balance, trying to find this inner balance in ourselves, but it's getting thrown sideways because of this energy. What is this X energy? Ooh, 2 cups in reverse? Is this somebody that feels a little heartbroken? Somebody feels that their love was not reciprocated in the way that they felt was either expected or deserved. Or this is just not something that you are willing to step into. This is not a connection of sorts that really fulfills you emotionally, so we've stepped away from it. But that's what's causing this. I don't know. I feel like this is just somebody in their feels, honestly. Can we get a little more on this? Can we get a little more on this, please? Yeah. Feel in their feels, feeling lack, feeling left out. But they're needing to call judgment on themselves, and you are calling judgment on this at this time, even though it's coming sideways at you. Okay, so I feel like this energy is what's coming sideways. It's not so much the inner world that's being thrown off sideways. It's this sideways energy that's being thrown at your inner world as we're finding this new sense of spirituality, I believe. I don't know, this new way of honoring ourselves. That's what it's starting to really feel like. So I don't feel like this is anything trying to hold you back necessarily. Like I feel like I was misreading that a second ago. This is really more so like this new sense of passion and trust within ourselves as we are working in ourselves and holding ourselves to a certain standard. You know, not in a narcissistic way or in a vain way, but like in a way that helps us stay balanced. But somebody is not liking this change. Somebody is not liking this change. Let me get one more on this inner world. What is it about it? Queen of Wands. Okay, in reverse. So interesting. I feel like this energy is almost seeing you as like somebody, like even though you are in this, very high ranking position when it comes to like your own spiritual sovereignty, but this hex that's coming at you, like it's almost like this energy is seeing you as this Queen of Wands energy in the reverse, which is not exactly what you are. Like it's almost like they're accusing you of some sort of witchcraft or spell work or something. This is really weird. It's so funny too with hex. It's like they think you're the one doing spell work, but because of all the negative talk and feeling lack and calling judgment on that. Like I feel like this is judgment being called from like a wrong stance though. Like they're the ones that are doing the hexing because of this talk, because it's like gossip. Ew. Like this is really weird. I don't know. This is very gossipy. What's okay. Okay, can we clarify what is this Queen of Wands in reverse? What is this Queen of Wands in reverse? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, someone trying to throw your luck, your destiny out of balance. They're not exactly happy that this is the route that you are taking, because they can't go with you. This is something that had to be left behind and they can't go with you. So there's something about trying to slow you down on this process and really tip the scales for you with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is dramatic. My gosh. Here, let's pull some Oracle get a little advice moving through this? Like, why? What is this energy's motive here, Spirit? Is that the right question? Like, why? Why? What is it? Why? What is the why behind this? Why are they doing this? Why is so much animosity or, judginess? Metamorphosis, because you've changed. Simply because you've changed. I've got the frog and lotus, metamorphosis, the number 6, which, number of harmony here. Oh. So I'm drawn to the lotus here. Well, first, because, you see the frog and, that's being able to really just, I get this idea of being able to leap over challenges pretty smoothly. That's not to say that you're not encountering them, but, you find a way over them, leapfrog. But with the lotus here, I feel like the why behind this energy is because you think of how a lotus grows in the dark, right? It grows in a very dark, dense environment in order for it to fully become itself. And I feel like this energy really expected you to kind of stay in that dark, dense energy. It never really expected you to bloom the way that you have bloomed. And I honestly think it scared them. It has scared them a little bit, and that's why they're coming at you sideways, thinking that you're doing this spell work, that is what is causing this transformation. It's almost like, yeah, I feel like there's maybe eyes on you at this time, or you're getting attention for this inner work. Not like you're asking for it, you're not looking for it, you're just existing, and that's what's drawing, these energies to look at you and kind of like throw their blah 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 gossip your way, because that alone, negative talk itself is spell work in its own right, because somebody's sending negative frequencies towards somebody else, towards their well-being. And if you are not in this inner alignment, that could absolutely throw you off your game. They could throw you off track. But you being in alignment and centered with yourself, it's like bouncing off. Like I get that old saying from being a child. I don't know if you remember in elementary school, like, I'm like rubber, you're like glue. What you say bounces off me and sticks to you. Like that kind of thing. I know it sounds a little petty, but hey, shit, this is some pretty petty energy here. So, not like, I'm not saying that you're not the type of person to like really dim your own light to match that energy. Like you actually rise above that. And that's another part of your metamorphosis that's being seen right now and highlighted. Let's see. Let's get a card for the collective here. What's the move? An ending. Oh my gosh. And the number 13. Sorry, just admiring it. I'm going to show that to you so you can see. I'm sorry if that's blurry. But yeah, this just further emphasizes this metamorphosis. I feel like this is an ending to how we are responding to this. I don't know. I don't feel like you're even paying attention to it. But that is the ending, and that's what's sticking out, is because you aren't giving it attention anymore. It can't affect you anymore. I know that's eucalyptus, but that almost reminds me of like the ooh, sorry if you heard my stomach growling. If you remember the crown of leaves that like back in Roman days, it's like a victorious crown or something. That's making me think of. I can't remember if it was eucalyptus. I don't think it was eucalyptus leaves. Could be something else. Let me know if you know, if you remember. I'm not going to look it up right now. But yeah, an ending with the number 13 there, that's making me think of like the 13 cycles of the moon, these phases, or the moon cycles itself. So like we're exiting this old phase of our life. And it's got somebody in their feels. Like why they're judging so hard. Let's move on. Hold on. Let's move. What is the advice for the collective here? Because like obviously we get the gist of that over here. Like that's sure understood. Well understood. Here, let me get those back in the frame so you can see it. Sorry, I'm all over the place with these. I'm making a mess. I'm trying to keep it kind of controlled, but I'm just like anyways. What we got on the bottom here? Introspection. Number 9. Weasel and pine. Yeah. Yeah, even if you're not aware that this is happening, like you'd be able to see it coming a mile away also. Either that or you probably know exactly where this is coming from. Here, what is the advice moving forward for the collective spirit? What's the advice aside from remaining a badass, the badass that you are over here, not letting any of this tomfoolery to throw you off your game? What is the last bit of advice here? Determination. The Ram and Dahlia. Ooh. Makes me think of Aries. You might be an Aries sign yourself. Doesn't have to mean that. L. I believe that is the number 40. It's number 4. Determination. Something being determined with our structure, how we're structuring ourselves, how we are structuring our environment around us, especially with our own traditions, our own even rituals, practices, staying prayed up and whatnot that help keep us remaining in this state of flow. Ooh, gosh, I keep bumping into that. Aries energy, yeah. It's just that fiery energy. There, interesting. There's that Ace of Wands, that fiery energy right there. Determination, being focused within our willpower right now, and just keep going. And I almost feel like if, with the horns here, if somebody tries throwing any of this, crap your way, it's just going, that's the rubber. It's your horns. You're like, no, not today. Not today. We're not playing that game. What is the collective, like, is there anything that the collective can do to kind of help this? Like, what is the, I don't know, maybe I guess it just needs to be left alone. Because all you can do is really just wish other people well. Even if they don't exactly mean love for you, that doesn't mean that you, like I said earlier, you don't have to, you're not in that vibe of like matching energy anymore. Maybe at one point while we were, stuck in that lotus phase and, in that dark phase, and that's where they wanted you to remain or where you were expected to remain. But, yeah, no, coming out full force here. This is quite a read. Quite a read here. Let me get one more word. Can we get one more word on this, Spirit? One more word on this to get a little fire. Burn, baby, burn. Yes, lots of fiery energy. You could be a fire sign yourself, but I really feel like this is just, it's your determination that they can't handle. And I feel like if they get close enough, or if they do continue to try this, they are going to get burned. That judgment's going to be called on them, and they're going to have to face themselves. That's probably the biggest, the hardest, most difficult thing for them. We're not here to pass judgment, because everybody is, on a different point of their journey, a different phase in their journey, so everybody has their ups and downs on the wheel of fortune. It's always turning. The cycles are always moving. But I feel like once this energy, whoever this is, realizes, and the realization might come from something coming back, bouncing back, and like I said, bouncing back and burning them, and that's really going to cause an awakening for them. I feel like it's like your energy is like a catalyst for this energy to push themselves forward, to call judgment on this ick that they're kind of allowing themselves to be stuck in. But you are just on top of it. This girl is on fire. Like, that's exactly what I was thinking. It was popping through my head. Oh, I love when Spirit talks through songs. But anyways, I really feel like that's mostly the message right there. Here, in honor, in spirit of the full moon, the full flower moon, that is, I believe this evening, tomorrow. I'm recording this on April 30th, so, you know, in the realm of Beltane, it's a very, oh, interesting with Beltane too, fire, that fire, because that's like a, another fire feast, fire festival on the calendar wheel, on the wheel of the year. So if you are in the northern hemisphere and you celebrate and, you know, observe this time of the year, a blessed Beltane to you. If you are in the southern hemisphere, a blessed Samhain to you as well. Oh, and that's another thing, you know, with the veil being thin right now too, like, you are so protected and backed up at this time. As it's like, and it's almost like you're scorching this foundation for others to grow in, to regrow themselves. I don't know. This is beautiful. I'm sorry if it took a minute to get to where we are. I think we got the message here. And we understand why this is happening. Because, yeah, okay. I didn't want to leave it as like, oh, somebody's just talking so much smack about you. Fuck them. Oh, excuse me. Screw them. But no, that's not the energy here. The energy here is more so like, yeah, it's existing, but it's your energy that's creating this push for this energy to change themselves for their own higher purpose. You know, what serves them to their own highest good without any harm to them or anybody else. But here, let's get a message from the full moon, and then we'll get out of here. One more spirit for the collective, please. Oh, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Commitment is being tested right now. That could be their commitment being tested to themselves also. But I feel like this is more so, this is the collective's commitment to themselves being tested as this energy is trying to kind of, yeah, like I said in the beginning, come in sideways to throw you off track and accuse you of, you know, doing this, that, or the other. You know, it's just the sense of fear that they're stuck in, unfortunately. But I'm going to repeat again, I feel like that is a big part of this message, not matching that energy, because we have come too far to knock ourselves back down again. And once you see things in a certain way, you really can't unsee it anymore. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like this message was finally conveyed. We broke it down. Thank you, Spirit, for helping us out here. If this did resonate, I hope that this finds you well. You have get some benefit or some encouragement or just clarification, really, for the most part, as you're moving through this part of this cycle, or moving out of a cycle and into this new one of like just awe-inspiring sovereignty that isn't boastful either. It's quiet. And it's beautiful. I love it. I'm digging this so much. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. And, yep, catch you on the next one.
Bye.